Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Big Chat. I am Sport Cat. I will be one of your guest hosts. We've got a couple others hiding backstage. I want to tell everybody we are live on Yergs Radio, yergsradio.com, the Parapost Network. We are no longer allowed to go out on Facebook groups, so you've got to come find us on YouTube. So look for the Sport Cat shows. You'll find us there. And if you want to call us, you can call us via the 888-88-YERGZ or the 1-844-GAY-LGBT. Let's see. So who do I got hiding backstage here? It's Miss Cheyenne and Miss Amanda. Let me fix this so that it doesn't look that way. How are you, ladies?
Good.
Fabulous. Ready to talk some smack.
Yeah. Well, this morning the internet got broke. So
Thank
and
you,
I was a
Selena
victim.
S.
Yes, I was a victim of it as well, because I was like, what in the actual F? Because nobody's supposed to be out of the house yet, although there are rumors, substantiated rumors, that they went in today to make it a 90-day season. So that's a pretty predominant and fairly accurate rumor, and that would kind of make sense. They've done that before. So in other words, tomorrow night and the next night will be tape delay, and then at midnight we should get the live feeds. And thank you, CBS, for screwing over all of us that want to go back and watch the feeds when we get up in the morning and rewind. We can no longer do that. Thank you, CBS. We appreciate that. So it's making our jobs a lot harder. So I have a feeling.
Watching.
Well, that's what Big Brother is. I have a feeling I know why, but we'll get into that in a little bit. But first I want to show something here real quick. We covered the house last episode. It really wasn't an episode. It was kind of a special. And I noticed intentionally there was one area of the house they never showed. And so I was looking, and an alert Twitter person pointed out this box. In all the house photos and all house videos, you never see that box.
And we went pretty intricately through those pictures of the house, too.
We would have said, what the heck is that? So supposedly that is a company logo for an AI DNA strand. But if you look a little bit deeper down here, this is the name of a company called, I think it's Proto. They specialize in holographics for the military and entertainment purposes.
Well, and if you see there, because you can see there at the bottom where that really pretty table is, all of the pictures were taken like they were standing where Selena is, or where that hologram is, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yes, are from over here. This wall.
Because we could see where the couch is and everything, because we were pointing out how pretty the walls were.
Yeah. So that was intentionally left out. And then when Julie Chen said that she was going to be involved in the show in more ways this season than one, and she's often referred to as the Chen bot, because she's sometimes robotic, because she's done it for so many seasons, she's gotten the name from the fans of Chen bot. And so she's lived with the little title and made fun with it. But that could be a way for the Chen bot, through a hologram, to interact with the house. So we'll see. That's just a wild hunch I have, but
that would be cool.
Did that particular person specify? So is that company?
I went and looked the company up. Yeah, I went and looked them up. They do specialize in holograms, yes.
Well, because I just looked up Proto AI, and their main page is reimagine what's possible. Take your business to new heights with next generation AI.
Yes. And if you look up Proto holograms, that box is kind of what they display in one of their what do you call it when you go like a Comic Con, except it's businesses and they show things off. I can't think of the name of it. A show, like they have shows for comics and shows for cards, and It's a show for like
there's
vendors and tradesmen and stuff.
it's like a trade show.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, one of the videos I saw of them at a trade show, they would have a person over here, but yet a 3D full one of them was in that box.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, because I was looking at the font of how it was written and looking it up, but then when I went to proto hologram into Google, there is like a guy standing beside of something that looks just like that box, where it looks like somebody's sitting up in it, but right in the middle along the bottom is that same like proto in the same font.
Yeah. So I think it's going to have something to do with it, whether or not. My guess is probably either at odd hours they're going to have Julie Chen in the box giving certain commands.
I got a picture for you that I just found on Instagram.
Okay, let's see. Hold on a second. Let me hide this screen so they don't bring up anything that shouldn't bring up. And there it is. Yeah, there it is. All right, hold on. I'll bring that right over, or I'll bring it right up.
And that's on Proto Hologram Instagram.
Yep, that's it. All right. So we have to figure out what that box is going to do in the show. I have a couple theories on this. I think it's going to be Julie Chen doing the Chen bot. Okay, that's kind of cool. And I figure they're probably going to do some... Huh?
It moves. That thing moves.
It does move. I was wondering if it moved.
Yeah. It's fully... It's like a real person, a real... I don't even know what to call it. Thing.
There's a... I'll send you guys the link to it. But
okay.
There's a video of it moving, which is kind of neat.
Yeah, it's like you're there. I mean, I think I think their vision of the future is, instead of us picking up the phone and calling each other or doing a FaceTime on Messenger, we'll have one of those by our bed, and that'll be our phone. So you actually just kind of scary. I don't want people to see me in my pajamas, but that's another thought.
It reminds me a little bit of forget what it was called, but they had something that reminds me a little bit like that in Harry Potter, but you had to have a box in one person's place and then a box in somebody else's, and you could go through that box and come out. Like if you had the box in your bedroom, you could come out in the other person's bedroom in that box that they were connected. But to me, looking at it in the video, because of how it turns, it almost looks like, I guess because it's sculptural, it almost looks like that's the way that they're trying to, the next turn they're trying to take in art is what it immediately comes across as.
Yeah, it does.
But all their videos aren't like that when they're typically with people. So
I wonder if they did the AI for the program, for the show, and it's also an advertisement.
Oh, I'm sure.
It could be like a little sponsorship thrown in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think they're going to use Julie Chen as the Chen bot in there. I think they're going to have past house guests drop in, like from the past 25 seasons.
Yeah, you think like to give advice or?
Hey, I don't know. Or AI can be used for good and bad. What if they recorded a conversation of me and you sitting in the living room talking about Bob and Joe in there who we want to get out? Well, at 3 o'clock in the morning, that thing flashes on and it's us having our conversation we had in the couch. That would throw a big twist in this show.
Oh, yeah.
Because this show's all about backstabbing. Yeah, it's kind of hard then it's like, so yeah. So that's just a thought. I don't know that they would go that far, because then they could say production is interfering with the show by saying, well, you didn't show Bob and Joe talking trash about them. So I don't know that production would do that, but
I don't know. It almost, to me, kind of seems like it would make sense because, I mean, maybe not necessarily to show it during, but I mean, I look at, all the different reality TV shows that I've watched, and, they can go back after and they've cut in snippets of they're in the middle of a fight. Well, I didn't say that. Oh, it cuts back.
What if they did it right before the live vote? Like everybody, we've decided we're gonna vote Amanda off the island. We're done with her. Amanda hasn't done a damn thing. It's been me.
And everybody's like, wait a second.
And then they're like, oh, well, let's show you this. And it just pops up, and there I am going, that bitch, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
So,
I'll say, I don't want to stay here with you anyway.
I'm gonna go sleep in the Matrix room now.
Right.
So yeah, I don't. It's gonna have something to do with it. What it does, I don't know. And then that also leads us to the other leak that came out today about, well, besides for this breaking the internet, this is actually press day, and they invited social influencers, media representatives, and they had a complete day of Big Brother, or a complete season of Big Brother in one day. Now, I don't think that has anything to do with the show. But this afternoon and this morning, it was sending people into a frenzy trying to figure out just exactly what in the Sam hell it was, because
is Selena STD's gonna be on Big Brother?
that was the only one that really had anything out there. Then you kind of had to look for snippets of other things.
Well, and it's funny. I rewatched that video like 4 or 5 different times because I'm like, where do I know that guy from? I've seen that guy. Why do I know him?
Yeah, I well, there was 2 of them. I mean, obviously Selena, but there was another one that oh gosh, he's one of the social influencers. I've seen him on, I think, TikTok or Instagram or something. So I should have figured it out, but it broke the internet this morning trying to figure out what in the heck was going on, because that was totally crazy.
It was funny too, because at the beginning when she starts getting ready to start dancing,
hey, Harley, welcome.
She yells Julian.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, maybe she's yelling Julie and I'm just hearing it wrong. But then whenever because I realized what I knew the guy from, and I typed it into TikTok because he does funny voiceovers, or he uses voiceover from Bob's Burgers and dresses up and he acts all goofy. His name is Julian. So I was like, yeah, she yelled it. I caught it. I got something. I don't know what his Berzinski, Julian Berzinski, I guess.
I'm horrible with names. You'll find that out during the season. I'll forget the players' names halfway through. So, what season? Last season, I couldn't even I couldn't even remember the girl's name the entire season. I kept calling her the wrong name, so everybody made fun of me.
No, it'll just be like, the one last week that did the thing that said the crappy thing about the other one. That one.
Yeah, I was like, it was the blonde that did it. I don't remember her name. And
we'll have nicknames for everyone.
One of the players I truly dislike is Christine, and she is a legend in Big Brother. Yeah, come on at me at SportCat. I get it. But I just do not like her.
BobbyDizzle.com.
Yeah. Well, I'll take him for her because she did one thing that really pissed me off back in her very first season, and I just can't get past it. She whined and cried to get to be HOH against James, and James had the competition won. She was gonna, I think she had to hold on to a rope or something. She was gonna fall, and she begged and cried, I want to see my family and this and that and da da da.
Then go
I
home.
promise you're safe. And so James is like, you promise you won't vote me out. You promise you protect me. And she's like, I will. So he let go of the rope so she could win, and she cut him. And I was like,
you dirty little.
And she's a nurse, so that's the other thing she has against her. She has 2 things. So, I know it's petty of me, but it's it's what I do.
No,
And
that's some
I should
crap.
bring this. I should bring this up though. This is probably an appropriate time in the season. Please remember, this is a game. These people are playing a game. They're playing a part on television for us to enjoy. We do not need to ruin their social lives, their businesses, their friendships, their employers, whatever. It's a
Any of
game.
their connections. It's
Yeah.
a reality game for fun.
Which I'll bring that up at this point too. There's two house guests that are going in that have connections to former house guests. One of them is a player from Big Brother 15 who said a lot of mean, dirty, nasty things. And she's one of the most disliked players ever for Big Brother. She's a friend of one of the players. But
that doesn't make that person this season a bad person.
I seem to have had that conversation recently. So
What?
it doesn't mean you were.
I don't
That
recall
doesn't
that
mean,
one.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that you were that person. So people are already setting up accounts and going after and posting pictures, and they've trashed all of her personal social media files and posted pictures. And
so I will say this in regards to it. With the state of the world now, there are so many other things that you could be doing with your life that are much more productive. Read a book.
Yeah.
Read a book. Go outside, get some fresh air.
Volunteer at
phone
the
down.
Humane Society.
Exactly. Remember, nobody is perfect. And if you put a camera on somebody 24/7, 365,
they're going to do some
all
stupid
probably
stuff.
in a 24-hour period say something stupid. I mean, it's just, we're human beings. It doesn't mean we're bad people. I mean, well, unless you act on things or it's a continual thing. But yeah, so a lot of people can't get past that with Big Brother. And that's one of the things that turns me off about it, is that people get so intensely involved with this. It's almost like these people are a part of their lives.
I know I always bring this up, but this has been like my main reality show that I love is Jersey Shore. And it's like the same thing on there. Like, until, I don't know who you all are. You're a bunch of teenage young adults. I don't recall how old they were at the time it started, who are going on a reality show for the summer. You're going to drink. You're going to get crap faced. You're going to be stupid. You're going to screw a lot of people you probably shouldn't. But that doesn't mean that you're a crappy human being.
That's correct.
Now, like, did from starting watching the show, did I ever think that Snooki would be a good mother or should be? No. No. But she looks like an excellent individual. And I kind of thought too, like a thing with Ronnie, like, oh, he's not going to be that bad of a guy. Now, when you get crap faced and all that comes out of your mouth is horrible things, and then it turns out behind the scenes you are legitimately a piece of crap, go off, man.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Comes back.
I'm with you. I agree wholeheartedly. So,
we are all innocent until proven guilty.
So they've already started on one of them, and the other player that they've already kind of given a little rep to. I'll give my opinion on him later. He's got connections to a past house guest who was a winner. He was second place one season. The second season, he was the winner. And he actually screwed Christine over and cut her at the last minute. So I like him.
May or may not have deserved it.
According to Big Brother fandom, they have not talked since then. So, because they were supposed to have made up in the house, and she may have slept her way through the season. I don't know. But at any rate, I didn't say that. We now have the new house guests. So this is the people we will be watching. There's going to be, and then of course the internet's all off because there's going to be a 17th house guest. And they've announced that somehow they're going to be chosen, and the house guests are going to vote on whether to let them in the house or not.
Oh,
I
okay.
wonder how they're going to tell them about the person, where it's just going to be based on here's a
They did
picture.
something like this before with Paul. And I think it was if you won a contest, I have to go back and look. It's been a while. If you won a contest, then you've got to make the decision for the house as the head of household, whether you wanted to open Pandora's box or not. And when they made the decision, or when the head of the house made the decision, he said, yes, do it. And it brought Paul back, which he had played the season before and was, I think, second place that season. Yeah, he was second place both seasons because he had an angry jury. Which
Now, did he know whenever he was voting that he was bringing somebody
no, they just knew
physically
there was
back,
going to be
or just somebody was coming?
something was going to happen. It was going to change the game, and you had a choice to, as the head of house, to say yay or nay. If he'd said nay, Paul wouldn't have come in for the second season. But
Wow.
he
He's got
said,
experience.
yeah, and they all tried to get him out. He made it to second, and for 2 summers in a row, that man, if you go back and watch that season, I know a lot of people, go ahead, at me, SportCat, at SportCat on Twitter, don't like Paul. But I liked Paul because he was honest. He would tell you to your face he loved you, and he'd go behind you and just stab you in the back. But he was honest about it. He'd be like, oh, yeah, I did that. And he played both seasons to get to second place and won to get there. And the jury all hated him because he knifed them. So each time they voted for the other person. So he was second place 2 years in a row. So that's where the term bitter jury comes from. Yeah. So you have to, throughout the game, and that a lot of these people may have forgotten, since AI is involved, they may have already had interactions with us in their bios, because a couple of them said that they didn't really care what the fans thought. Well, what if we get to vote and we remember that? So you got to take that into consideration. Yeah. And then a couple of them have made smart comments about past players. Well, the past players this season may have something to do with it. So the minute you get chosen, you technically have to start playing this game. You have to start playing to win $750,000. And you got to keep friends before, during, and after the game, or after their game is over if you're still in the house. Because if you're one of the last 3 or last 2, they get to vote who wins the game. So, yeah.
That's very reminiscent of Drag Race All-Stars. Like when it gets down to the last 3, they're put before a panel of all the queens that were voted out.
Oh my God.
And they've got to make their case.
Isn't that also was it a Universal, Paramount Universal show?
It's on Paramount Plus, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so it's pretty much the same theme. And you sent me this. This is kind of cool.
There are a lot of similarities. Yes, that was via Reddit that somebody put together.
I like it.
The only thing I'm a little confused by is, like, is Cedric up there from both like Washington and Alaska?
Yes. Cedric is supposed to be from Boise, Idaho.
I'm just curious as to why his color is the same as Alaska.
Well, he was a Marine. Maybe he did a tour there. I don't know. Props for the very first player from Hawaii ever. So that's kind of cool.
It looks like they just have it based on region with the colors, so Alaska would be up in that area.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, that's my guess. Yeah. So, and if I recall, there was more than one player that had ties to Georgia. So,
Mm-hmm.
Not just, I'm probably going to butcher her name, Takor, I think it is.
I would say it's probably Takor and Mackenzie because they're both from
Matt
Georgia.
Hardiman is from Georgia.
Yes, from Roswell. Yeah, he went to college in Kennesaw State. So, well, while we're doing this, let's just get into this. So, we'll start with the first player, which is Angela. What
Angela
do
Murray.
we think about Miss Angela Murray? She is 50, and you can do the a lot of people play by birth signs or whatever it's called, astral signs. Yeah, she's born in August of 73. She's married to Charles, that has been for quite a while. She's from Long Beach, California, but she currently lives in Syracuse, Utah. And she's got her own real estate agency.
She has 4 kids and 3 grandchildren. I think she'll be a motherly type to everyone in the house.
Yeah,
Until somebody pisses her off.
Right.
Well, and she did say in one of the promos that she had been conservative and mild-mannered most of her life, but going into the house, it was game on, and she'd do whatever it took. She did say no to a showmance, which I guess is probably good considering she's 50 years old. But
hey, you can live wild and freaky.
Her husband's her high school sweetheart, though.
Yeah. They've been married forever, so I think what was it, 30-some years. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see her hooking up on the show.
I hope she takes some of that knowledge in real estate of what you have to do to finagle things to work in her favor. I think she's got a chance.
I do too. The only part that worries me about her is the physical comps.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
And if what I've noticed is if young people take control of the game at the beginning, they start picking off the older people first. So I would say she would probably be one of the first to go. But
I think it would depend. It would depend on the impression she makes on them first. I think if she initially came in as a very motherly figure and everybody really liked her, they might be more likely to keep her around for. I'm not saying this to call her old, but maybe for more of the knowledge.
Well, and there was one guy, I think it was Matt, that said he was going to look for the motherly type in the ones that were
planning to seduce her.
I think he talked about like protecting them and becoming their friends until the last minute. So I don't know.
Angela.
Yeah, well, she could be a gilf in the house. You never know. So, so this next one, I haven't heard anybody on the net say a thing about it. But Miss Brooklyn, she's 34, born in May of 1990. She's originally from Covington, Georgia, currently lives in Dallas. She's listed as a business administrator, but there's so much more to her. Surprise.
Very pageanty smile, isn't it?
Very pageanty. In fact, she was the 2021 Mrs. I didn't know this was a Miss and Mrs. America. Mrs. America. Yeah, I did not realize that until I looked this up. Because I was like, was this spelling Ms. or Mrs.? And I looked, and it's 2 separate competitions. So she was the 2021 Mrs. America.
She's several titles to her name.
Yeah, well, she's been modeling, acting, doing performances for large audiences for quite a while. Yeah, she was Miss Texas. And I don't know what year she was Miss Texas. 20, I believe it was. And then she went to the World Pageant as Mrs. America in 21. So, but yeah, she's been a dancer for some professional sports teams. So she's got athletic skills. She's a
Was she a Dallas
performer.
Cowboys cheerleader?
I would instantly hate her if she was. So,
Hey, I've watched some of those shows. They are brutal on them.
they are. They are. No, I
Yeah.
think she was one of the teams in Florida, maybe Tampa, I think it was. And so yeah, so she
Like one of the more casual like dances with the cheerleaders, but it's like a dance squad, I guess.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
But she's been a performer and an entertainer, so she can use her pageantry. And we'll remember last year a pageant winner went all the way. So last year the pageant winner won, but she was hated throughout the entire season. They tried to get rid of the poor girl. Um, she Everybody tries to throw it off on race. That wasn't it. What she did was when they were all doing their girl talk and they were talking about their best outfit or whatever, she brought her outfit that she said she was going to wear when she won, because she wore it when she was Miss whatever she was, Miss America, Miss Chicago, Miss. It was some big pageant. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. And that set the girls off. They thought, well, she's better than us. And then the guys are like, well, she's got performing experience and she's got that. So it was almost every week trying to get rid of her for one reason or another because of that.
She came prepared.
And she literally, if she hadn't made that mistake in the beginning, she would have probably had a much easier path. But she fought almost every week she was on the block. And almost every week she was like down to the minute going to get evicted. And it was almost brutal to watch. But I mean, in one way, it was also fun to watch because she was a scrapper. She scrapped her way all the way to the end. So I don't take any kudos away from her. She didn't play a great game, but she won. Yeah, she did.
I think Brooklyn will be a fighter too.
I was gonna say Brooklyn. Her face is just giving me this like, oh, I will be sweet and kind until you give me a reason not to, and then I will F you up.
She has 3 kids. She knows how to deal with some stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
She's
not the oldest.
And dealing with all
She's
the BS
34.
in the pageant world. So
that's got to be brutal. I mean, I can't.
Yeah, and she's really fit.
I will say she looks older than 34.
I can't really say as a man, but I wouldn't have guessed
the haircut.
I sometimes wonder if the outfits too, the way they dress.
Yeah. I think it might be the cheekbones, just where she's got that really pronounced line there.
Yeah. I don't know.
But that picture, she is making direct eye contact, and I can just imagine what those eyes would look like when they're looking at you like,
bitch, a flip-flop's on the way.
Well, her last name is Rivera, so I wonder if she's got any Hispanic Latino in her too, or if that's just a married name.
Well, I think it was in her at one point. Sorry, bad joke, but I don't know what her married name is.
Don't make assumptions.
Well, she had how many kids? You said
3. Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't know.
Maybe they aren't his. I don't know.
Well, to be fair, I guess if she did technically have some in her and then gave birth to them. But that's here nor there.
Yeah. I would have never went there, so thank you. I appreciate that. I'm probably gonna like her. Well, I'm probably gonna like her because she's from Georgia. That'll probably be my reason. But I'm like you. I sense that's kind of like resting bitch face to me. I've been married long enough to know it. So
Well, it's
That's like,
like
yeah, I love you, but I'm gonna slice your throat when you go to sleep. So
polite
Mhm.
pageant. She in the smile too, but with the eyes is almost like she's looking at her kids lovingly, but like if you screw up, I am gonna kill you.
the
Yes,
sauce is on the way. Yeah,
she's
yeah.
gonna
So
bring it.
I think a lot of it will depend on that first episode too, for me, of seeing how they
mhm.
react with each other. That'll be the
Mhm.
real test of, because
And
I
see,
I
that
have
was
my vote of who I'm really going for, but it will also very much depend on how they react with everybody else.
well.
Mhm.
See, and that was the nice thing about last season is it was live moving. They all moved in at once after midnight, so that the show had aired on the West Coast. Feeds went live. You could see the connections they made right away.
Mm-hmm.
Because they go into there's well, you'll see they go in and there's a table and it's got bottles of champagne and they sit around, they introduce themselves, and it's kind of like a Avon get to know you type party,
Mm-hmm.
and
I'm
we're
gonna
not going to
bring out the
see that.
Tupperware.
So we're going to see that on tape delay, but we're going to see it live, and we can't rewind, thanks CBS. So that kind of sucks because you're right, those first impressions, like I said with I'm horrible with names, so somebody will at me. But the girl who won, that was the beauty pageant winner before, she pissed them off just because she brought out her Miss America dress. As innocent as that was to her, it set off
Well,
everybody.
they've
Yeah.
got to find reasons to not like people and get them out of there.
Well, and see, that's the other thing. If you win the the head of house first, you've hardly had time to get to know everybody, and you got to put two people up that you don't know to get out. And that's why for years they've said, oh, well, they get the minorities out first. Maybe, but they also get the old people out first too. So which is
I,
it?
I picture myself on the show of being the person that's like, all right, writing everybody's name down on a slip of paper. Y'all have seen it here, tossing the
Yeah,
ball around. I'm just, I'm doing it fair, y'all.
yeah. Well, there was one guy, oh gosh, what was his name? Frenchie. Uh Everybody called him French fry. He said he went in and the first thing he said at that little mixer where they were all drinking their champagne is, "Hey, I've watched previous seasons. I'm not going to put a minority up." And everybody was like, "Cool." And as the people come in, they came in groups of, I think there was 16 that season. They came in groups of 8. So he told those people, he's like, "Hey, you guys are good. You're my team." So he had already said he wasn't going to put up a minority, a female, or any of the first 8. That didn't leave a lot of choices. And after the games spread out, he kind of had to go back on his word, and he became super paranoid. He got voted out, like, I think week 3 or 4 at the latest. He became super paranoid, and everybody hated him because he lied. Don't make promises the minute you go in the house. Just don't
Mhm.
do it. Don't do it. Don't promise I'm going to say I want to go to the end with all women, or I want to, hey, I like you because you got Adidas on, whatever. Don't do it. Everybody's your enemy until you get to know them better.
I'm gonna have to look
So,
into watching it more because I wonder if like you were just the quiet, silent type that's like, I'm just here to play. I'm listening to you guys talk. If they would
those
just
people are
hate you
called,
more.
yes, they do. Those people are called floaters because they don't pick a side. So they're called floaters. They'll float over here this week, be quiet, and they'll float over here the next week and be quiet. They're called floaters. That's kind of where I can see maybe what was her name, the first lady, Angela,
Mm-hmm.
being, but also with her being a mom and grandma, she's probably going to come with a little bit of opinion on things too. So I
I
don't think
just picture
Brooklyn's going to
her.
be a floater. I think she's going to be one of the more vocal ones.
I could picture Angela being like the she floats around, but it's like, do y'all need anything? Can I bring you a snack? All right.
Well, I
Hey,
think it's going to
hey,
be, I
y'all
think
quit
it's,
talking smack over there. We gotta
yeah.
live together for this long.
Yeah, 90
I would keep
days.
Angela because she's a foodie.
Yeah.
Like, fix me something good to eat in the kitchen. I would keep Angela around for the good food.
I just really want
You
some
know,
brownies.
there was a season where one guy kept he was always the cook, and they kept him around, but he would make like the worst meals, like before a competition. He'd make like this huge pasta meal, and his thing was to make them fat and sleepy right before, and he said it later on, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
You smart asshole.
there you go.
Oh no,
He didn't win.
you guys eat. I'm just gonna eat this salad. I'm not very hungry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He didn't win, but it was quite funny
Strategic.
how it
Very
was.
strategic.
Yeah. Yes, it was. I give him props for that one. So, and he was
Feed these
entertaining
fat
to watch
asses.
throughout the whole season.
I'm
So,
gonna feed these fat asses till they can't even walk out there.
exactly. He'd feed him like fried chicken and macaroni like the night before a big competition, and he'd be like, "Would you like some chocolate ice cream?" And they're like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "I can make sundaes."
Next morning, they're
Oh.
just like, oh,
Well, and see,
Yeah.
that's the thing. They may have a competition at midnight. They don't tell you. So they may say,
Oh
all
my
right, house
gosh.
guests, competition is going to be at midnight. Or they might just suddenly say, house guest competition, go to the backyard. And you're like, don't. So,
I'd be terrible. I'd be walking out in like my nightshirt with a blanket
well,
covering me, like,
Yeah.
screw you guys. I've had an hour and a half of sleep.
there was one guy that had a small bladder, and he pissed himself on the show live TV twice. Because you can't stop the competition, go to the bathroom. They didn't tell you when to start, so he was like, "Yeah.
Just heads up, y'all. It's gonna be a little wet up here.
You can't help it." So yeah. He wasn't very well liked either, but
I'm sure.
He kept pissing on people.
so yeah. Well, he was the jock that ran the house, and he was good to look at for the ladies, but he was arrogant as crap, and he ended up saying some things on live TV that shouldn't have been said. So
Oh gosh.
No, not necessarily on the arrogant part, but where you said he was like the jock of the house. I feel like our gentleman here, Cam,
yes, Cam, he was a wide receiver with Penn State and UMass, where he got his master's in physical therapy.
And this is Cam Sullivan Brown.
Cam Sullivan Brown, and he's got the hyphen last name because his dad died and he was adopted by his second father. So that's why he's got the hyphen name. He's born December of 98. He's 25. He lives in Bowie, Maryland. And he's got a
He's
master's.
a great role model.
Yeah. He's got a good story, and he's in great shape.
He's got a lovely smile.
He has a very positive vibe. Just seems like a really great person.
Oh yeah, I think so. And well, now let's remember once again, he's got a master's with the second. What do you call it? Your under degree is in journalism and radio and TV.
Nice.
So
knowledge as well.
Yeah, it's broadcast journalism. He did theater in college too. So he's also a social media influencer, a TikToker, and an Instagrammer.
Wow.
So so he's got some acting skills.
I don't get any bad vibes off him, or like he would just like undercut somebody for no reason. He just seems like, nah, I'm chill. I'm just here to have a good time.
In the preseason interviews, I believe he was one that was quoted was saying he come back for the smile and the laughs. So he's probably going to be the Joker of the season. So which is cool.
He seems like he would be the friend type that everybody would go to just to like vent and.
Yeah, could be. So I think he's going to go far in the game. I don't know that he's a super fan or knows a lot about the game, but I mean, I think he knows enough, so I think he'll do great. Now, this next guy, Cedric.
He's the baby.
He's a question mark. Yeah, he's young. He's 21.
Mhm.
He came pretty much right out of high school and went into the Marine Corps and was in the Marines until pretty much recently. So his life experience has been
Minimal.
that. Yeah. And he, in his interviews, preseason, he says the money isn't worth losing a friendship or cutting a tie that you're going to regret. So he's going to be kind of like the all-American apple pie type of guy that
He is.
I don't know. I get kind of two vibes from him. Like he's either going to be and granted, I'm going a lot off age here. Um, because you see a lot of, at least, obviously I can only speak to around here, but you've got like the two different types of kids now that are young and stupid like kids and just act like kids, um or that are like they are young but extremely respectful, kind-hearted people for being so young. And I could see where like he could be like the arrogant party boy, but also I could see I would hope from having a Marine background, but he would be like very courteous and very kind.
Do we know why he's a former Marine? He's only 21. How's he a former Marine?
He
guess he
hopped in
just
right
did
after
a
high school.
tour. Yeah. He came in right out of high school. So he
I would
graduated what, like 17? So
17 or
18, 19,
18.
20, 20. So yeah, he just did a 4-year stint, probably to get the
So
GI Bill, if I had to guess.
Mm.
so he's from California, but he lives in Idaho. I don't know if they do the same thing out there that they do here, but I also wonder if maybe he was doing training camp in between summers, because I know
Yeah,
out here they do that.
could be. And we don't really know much about his background as far as he hasn't said, he comes from a broken home or whatever.
He
He could have
just
had a rough childhood. So,
He
I
seems a
don't.
little naive and quiet, and I think that might bite him in the butt.
Well, here's my thing. I grew up around a military base, and they're all nice and young and professional. And if you even notice, he's wearing a button-up collared shirt, so I think he's going to follow that. But once the alcohol starts flowing, the friendships and school get going, there's going to be some ladies in the house. He's going to let open a little bit.
Maybe you can break out of
well,
that shell.
And what happens when you crack that egg? I don't know.
and my concern also goes back to age as well. I wonder if he's gonna be like too willing to trust people at what they tell him. They tell
I
him
believe he will. Yes,
they're
I
gonna
Yeah,
believe
save
he will
him.
be. Yeah,
He's gonna do what he can for them, and then they're gonna screw him over.
right.
yeah, yeah. I believe that will probably end up being his downfall because he
Yeah.
is going to take people at their word too much, and in this game, it's about the money. I mean,
Yeah.
But again, like I was saying, you've got like those two very different set of like kids out here. So he could be giving off that kind of facade, but he's a smart dude, and we don't know what he did in the Marines either. So who knows what he did?
I did find a picture of him in the Marines. It looked like he was just a basic Marine. I mean, he didn't have any special job or anything.
Okay. Well,
But
we'll probably find out more about that. I'd imagine they'll probably talk about it.
oh yeah, and that's the thing you find, and I don't know why this is. I guess it's usually the age group that goes in there. They talk about what they did in high school sports, and that seems to be like the people finally get to the point where like it's we're tired of hearing that you almost won your championship or whatever. It's like move on. So yeah, we'll probably find out a lot more about him. This young lady, Chelsea Baham. Am I saying it right? She's born in December of 1996, makes her 27. She's from Rancho Cumagayo, California.
Cucamonga.
She listed that she was a nonprofit director, but there's so much more about her. She played basketball in college, and she was pretty good. She's 5'6". I was kind of surprised for a basketball player.
I was going to say, she's secretly 6'4".
No, she's 5'6", 130 pounds, according to her college bio. And she played point guard.
Those basketball girls are tough.
Well, this young lady is a preacher. And I watched one of her videos online, and it was a video where she was coming back from a very, she's going to talk a lot, I'm sure, about her mental health. I think she had a suicide attempt in her background, if I understood from her story correctly. So she's a survivor, and good for her. The video I watched of her, she was talking about how she had built up this church, and it was her and like 2 other people, and they cut her. They fired her. And she didn't know what else to do. She was suddenly without a job, and she went to God to go with his guidance. And through a series of events, she's been an online presence, and I don't know if you want to call it an online preacher or whatever, but she's got her own thing on YouTube, and she's pretty adamant that she's a Christian lady and she's a preacher. And even she didn't see, this is the thing, they don't always tell you everything, and they never tell the house guests. Like the undercover cop that we'll meet here in a bit, I guarantee you he does not tell the house guests he's a cop. He would be stupid to, especially as him being the oldest player.
Maybe he was a former detective.
Yeah, well, he was. So, yeah, he'd be stupid to.
I think that might be the way he'd word it instead of just saying, "Yeah, I'm a former cop." No,
I'm a guidance counselor.
Detective.
I'm a guidance counselor. That's what my job was. Yeah, I'd never tell anyone I was a cop. But so this young lady says she's going to be a little bit hood, a little bit Bible, and a little bit funny, and that she was going to bring the charisma.
I can see it.
I don't know what that means. So I'm up in the air on her. Yeah, I'm up on the air about her. I don't know how she'll do.
I think she's going to be a leader.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I believe so.
She she posts great quotes. She comes across just as a leader. She's going to lead this group. She's going to take charge. If anyone needs anything, she's going to be right there.
I'm just incredibly impressed at 27 to, and granted, we don't know if it's her own nonprofit or what she's doing, but to be the director of a nonprofit plus I guess like social media preacher nonetheless.
Yeah. It looked like
that's a lot. She's a year younger than me. I couldn't imagine doing all that.
It looked like on the video I saw, I mean, it looked like a really big audience. It looked like a big, vast place.
Yeah.
So she's very outspoken, and she's capable of speaking to large groups of people on the fly.
I'd say she's got a lot of drive to her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I hope it doesn't bite her in the butt.
Yeah.
I think she's going to go far in the game. Unless now there was a lady in the house before that was Reverend, and she actually got sick. No, she got sick, and for like 2 weeks, I mean, she had like a flu or something. Actually, I think they took her out of the house for a couple of days to make sure they didn't spread it, and she totally shut down because all the people in the house were wild party going young people, and she completely shut down. And so they excluded her. She got sick and was out for a week. And when she came back, she just shut down. And they were finally like, okay, you got to go. You're just a brick. And she was like begging them to send her home. So
Oh my
I don't
God.
think she would have that. But
No,
No,
she's too young.
but
yeah.
I can understand how the other lady would feel that way. I mean,
And she was a little bit older than the other house guests.
well, you're
So
living with these people for what, upwards of 3-4 months,
yeah, 3 months, 90 days. So
spending 24/7 with each other. I mean, granted, it could just be like my own personality, but there are people that I've met a week ago that I care an arm and a leg for them.
yeah,
I wouldn't. I'd hate to see him feeling poorly or doing anything, even if
agreed.
I was a party gal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
But maybe that's just our southern ways.
could be. Could be. All right, this next one, y'all are gonna hate me on. Joseph Rodriguez
Dude is
from
staring
Tampa,
into my
Florida.
soul.
It's the stash. I dig the stash. First off,
Well, I think it's the stash, the look in his eyes mixed with the shirt.
Yeah.
it's like a 70s shirt. I don't even own a shirt like that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like that dude might have like stepped right out of Clerks.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that brings me to the point. What kind of video stores are left open? I know here in Atlanta there's only one, Starship. So, and they are
Imagine
adult films. So, and
I
he's
can
kind
point
of
you
like
in
a
the I can
porn
point you in the
stash.
direction of one down home that does not have a name.
So yeah, yeah, that's because I think I even looked online. I went to Tampa and I put it and just like moved Google over Tampa and put in like video store. And if I don't remember, but nothing came up really.
Now,
Does Google know what a video store is?
Yeah, so we had
now,
Best Buys and Errol's and yeah.
did you hover over Tampa and type in porn shops?
No, I didn't do that. I don't want my
Maybe
Google.
he works in like the entertainment section of a Walmart or something. Video store.
The
I
the
think
thought
he's full of
crossed my
crap. I think he's got some other job he doesn't want to tell us.
He is a poker player, so maybe it's all a poker
That
face.
is correct. That is correct. Maybe he's, and I
is
even tried to look him up to see if there's a professional poker player named Joseph
Mm.
Rodriguez, and I couldn't find one. So this guy is a
if
mystery.
if his poker face is to make you feel extremely uncomfortable, then he's
He's
lying.
got it. Maybe he's
Well,
created by AI. He's not real.
Yeah, I can
that'd be
see that.
funny. That'd be funny.
He's straight out of the 80s.
Well, see,
There is. He looks like it.
instead of the chin bot, he pops up.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, this is going to be my guy, and I'm probably going to. I say that, and I'm probably going to hate him a week into the show. So,
He's gonna end up being the biggest douche canoe out of all of them. He's gonna think he knows everything, and I guarantee you, he has not been laid in the last 3 years.
it depends what kind of store clerk he is. I mean, it depends on the store. So,
Right?
Do they have an extra happy room attached to the store as well?
he could be
They
that guy.
may.
CBS supposedly vets them. Twitter is even better. So, and I haven't seen anything on Twitter about it besides making fun of his stash and everybody asking, "What the hell is a video store clerk?"
I already don't like him for the look that is on his face. I feel like the dude is just like, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
See, he's my guy. He's not worried about his hair. He's got the stash. He's got like this shirt that he bought at Goodwill before he came on the show.
But I'd have to see what pants and shoes he's wearing with it. So I
It's
guarantee
gotta be
you,
like loafers.
well, that or
pretty loafers.
he's either wearing khakis and loafers with it,
Oh yeah.
or he's wearing a pair of jeans that he's had since high school and a beat up pair of Vans.
We're gonna find out this guy was probably a wrestler in Mexico and was like a world champion or something. We're gonna find out he's got some secret background. I know it. He has to.
Well,
a luchador.
There were gonna be more
Yes.
secrets this year, so
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
don't recognize him without his mask on.
I just don't know what a
No,
video
see
store
who-
clerk does.
who that actually is then, because I can't speak as to when the last time it was that I watched wrestling, but you watch, it's probably actually Sin Cara, because you never actually see his face.
I watched WWE for the first time in a long time a few weeks ago, and I don't remember. Amanda, you'll have to help me out. The wrestler that has the mask on, that's the little guy.
Rey
That
Mysterio.
Yeah, Mysterio. That dude's got to be like
Yeah.
80 years old, and he's still whipping people's asses.
Oh
He
yeah,
was, when I was a kid, he was wrestling.
right?
I think he's like in his 50s now, but dude looks awesome.
Oh yeah, he does moves that to this day impress me. I'm like, how
Like,
the hell do you
Lord,
do that?
he might as well be a necklace around some guy's necks where he's just down.
Yep. The 369 right through the
And
ropes.
yep. And I hear he's so nice too.
I've
I
heard
hope
the
I could
same
meet
thing.
him and he'd just let me pick him up and toss him over my shoulder.
I've never worked with him, but I heard he's nice.
Son. Maybe this is his son. You never know. I mean, this guy is a big question mark.
And he is actually only 5'5".
Well, yeah, he's wearing what they call them, spacers in his loafers. So
You would think he would live in Vegas if he plays poker, not Florida.
well,
Where do you play poker in
wonder-
Florida?
Well, I wonder where it says video store clerk. Do
wonder
they
if it's video
count?
poker.
That's what I was just gonna say. Do those count as a video store, or is that just under gambling joint?
Yeah, I think casino, I guess, but
Right.
Well, I mean, we have
casinos
a
allowed in
Sam's,
Florida.
we have a Sam's hot dog stand up here that is part hot dog restaurant, part video casino. So
Okay, maybe.
yeah, he's the weird guy that chills out in the back, and you've got to yell in the back because he's out with the back door.
He's gonna be the guy in the pool, all the way up the pool, arms up with his glasses on, sitting there staring at everybody. That's gonna be him.
With the hairiest chest possible.
And I can find him on social media.
Yeah, he's a mystery. Yeah. So who is this?
Something with him. Keep your eyes on him.
Yeah. He's my guy because of the stash. He doesn't care about the hair or the stash and the Goodwill shirt either. So he's my man.
It bothers me also that one side of his mustache is longer than the other.
I think it's just shadowed.
It's hard to do. It's hard to keep it even.
The left side of it, I'm pretty sure, has more on it than the other, and it's bothering me. Fix it, Joseph.
Is it tilt? Is it?
Maybe it's fake.
He's just fake. He's not real. They typed in.
It's glued on.
No.
I won't say it here. I'll text it in the chat later. But I know what they typed into AI to get a picture of that.
All right, I'll leave that alone. Somebody's already made fun of his tattoos online.
Oh no!
Kenny, he's 52. He's married. He was an undercover cop. I won't name the town. The only thing I've found negative on social or positive on social media, because everybody's down on him because he's cop, is because that apparently he's been married for quite some time to a African American female, and so everybody's like, "Oh, well, he can't be that bad." I don't go by those type of things. That doesn't affect me in one way or the other. But
his wife was a fan of the show, and that's what got him on the show.
Yes, and that was the same with Steve, my friend, who I've had on the show. His wife talked him into going, and he made it first round as an undercover cop. But then they cut him, I think, like second or third week. Yeah. But he would in telling them he was NYPD, and they're like, yeah, you got to go. So that's why I hope that he doesn't go. He's the oldest player. Second, well, yeah, he's the oldest, and then Angela's 50
Angela's
right behind
50.
him.
He's 52.
So but he's a cop. He should be in good shape. So I think he could do the physical comps.
You
I
know,
think
the
his thing's going to be relating. And if he tells everybody he's a cop, that's going to put a
He's out.
barrier up.
I
Yeah.
don't know. The thing is, the vibes that I get off of him is that like you're gonna think he's gonna be like a strong leader going in, but I'm just getting a vibe that he's probably gonna be really whiny. I
It
don't
could
know
be.
I can
why,
see that.
but that's just the vibe I'm getting, is that he's just gonna be really whiny about everything.
Could be. He was kind of quiet and reserved in his bio interview. So he didn't really say a whole lot. I am curious if he's going to go in and tell him, if I was him, I'd be telling him I'm a guidance counselor.
I want to learn more about this thing listed on his Instagram page. He is into interactive hero wrestling.
What the heck is that?
So is it like
I have
LARPing
no
but
idea.
wrestling?
But it's interactive hero wrestling. So some of the things I've seen, I've been invited to these pages where you make these promo videos and you act it out between the other people in the group. And I'm wondering if it's something like that, where you
What
just
was it
say, "Oh,
again?
it's
Interactive.
hero wrestling."
Yeah, I've never heard of
Are
that.
you Googling that?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
by the
So I
way, our
think
phone
maybe
lines
he's
are up if anybody
interested.
wants to call. Yeah, I
I'm
don't know
wondering
what that
if it's
is.
like, you know, where you can get like the WWE games for like your Xbox or your whatever. I wonder if he's
Hmm.
like into those.
Where they can play each other in the game, maybe.
Yeah, I don't, there's not really anything on here about what.
That's the only thing I could find that he was really into.
Closest thing that I can find is action arcade wrestling, and that's pretty much
Video
um
games.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I think he might just be into wrestling video games. But all the
Interesting.
freaking pictures for these are of Seth Rollins, and I hate that
Oh,
guy. Screw you, Seth Rollins.
Wow. That's
I thought that
Shay.
was interesting, though.
And his
Interactive
whiny
hero
ass.
wrestling. Yeah. Don't powerbomb me.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
just run around the ring like a little baby, so you can't catch me. Wuss.
What Moneymaker did. It worked for him. Um, if he doesn't tell anybody he's a cop, I think that'll help. But if he comes out, you can instantly tell he's a patrol sergeant. Yeah, that'll probably not fly with the youngins. So
his stance could even give him away, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you can see how his arms are right there, it almost looks like he probably has his like arms crossed in front of him with how he's standing.
Yes.
He's already
But
real rigid. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
smile on his face is kind of rigid and also nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you can look back at what was it, Brooklyn, who was the pageant girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like hers was very like, well, I know I'm posing for my picture. It's like they told him, all right, can he pose for your picture? And he's like,
Okay, here I am.
Yeah. Like it's his police photo with his badge
yeah.
and everything.
No,
No, it's funny you say
you
that.
gotta smile. You gotta smile, man.
When we pose for our pictures for our county IDs, the county photographer had to take 2 photos. One of them was with the county seal and the flag behind you, and the other one was just I think it was like a green or black backdrop. And we're like, well, one of us finally asked, why do you have to take 2 pictures? He's like, oh, the second picture is in case you do something wrong and the county has to send your photo out to the press. It doesn't have the seal or the flag behind it.
Oh, thanks.
True story. True story.
You want me to go ahead and take one from the side too, so you have that?
Yeah. They were like, you have to smile for this. I'm like, what? And when I came to the department, I had bleach blonde hair. Oh, they made so much fun of me. I mean, literally, I bleached it before I came down here. It was,
I wish they would have warned me before I came in to take my picture for the hospital, because I'm just like, yeah, it's early and I'm here. But then at the same time, it's like, well, I'm probably gonna look like that most of the time they come find me. So
yeah, exactly. Chemo, and I'm not even going to try. Apaka, maybe? I
alpaca.
don't know.
I believe
He's,
so.
he's 35, born in 88, from Hawaii, the first player from Hawaii. Congratulations. He said
You
he'd
know
been
what?
trying for many years to get on the show.
Oh
So he
wow.
finally made it. And he says he's going to bring the aloha and the fun to the game. He's got an interesting job, a mattress sales rep. I didn't know that was a thing, but apparently he's a Serta sleep expert.
All right.
He's also a great artist.
Hope he
He
just goes
is.
around like pressing
Hmm
down on all the beds of like, yeah, see, these are just so subpar. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what to get you guys. There's no lumbar support, no nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he was a DJ and a social media manager for a large hotel in Hawaii. He's also been an actor and, like she said, an artist.
Huh.
So,
Wonder what made him go from like, I mean, I know like social media managing is very stressful and everything, but go from such big jobs like that to
selling
being
mattress.
a mattress sales rep. I feel
Right?
like that can only be there can only be one answer to that, and that's
Maybe
Well,
he was laying down on the job.
yeah.
yeah, love it.
No, I asked you to go pick me up a mattress, not you to come test them out.
Well, here with my conspiracy theories I go, maybe he's not telling us the truth.
Yeah.
Maybe he's something else. So, maybe he is an actor. Maybe I don't know. So,
He
because I know there's,
he's got much less of a question mark on him than Joseph.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, he's going to be fun to watch. I'm looking forward to it. I really don't know what he's going to bring. I
He
mean,
just looks like he'd be a nice chill guy.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
yeah,
of any of the guys so far, he seems like he'd be the one that is like trying to sit down with two people arguing and is like, look, no, we gotta calm down.
hmm
You're getting too
yeah,
worked up.
yeah. And is he the second oldest male of the 8 males? I don't remember.
He's 35. Let's see. He is the second oldest of the males. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, so he'll get
Yep.
around week 3. He'll probably get a target on his back if he does anything stupid. So,
You old you old SOB.
they get rid of the old people first. I don't know. This young lady, where do I start?
I already don't like her.
I
I
want to
don't,
say her face looks friendly, but it doesn't.
No.
but she's a VIP cocktail server, and the
hmm
game has a history of cocktail servers going very far in the game and doing very well.
Get all your buddies drunk before they start voting, and then
I mean, I guess that means she can be friends with anyone. I mean, as a
to
if I
to
well, she
me, it's almost a red flag for being very two face.
hmm
Um, I
well,
again,
she was a model, so yeah, I can see that.
this is another reality show, but I see a lot of the people that do that, like that do that kind of job, like on Bar Rescue, and they are
Yeah,
just can't keep their mouths shut. They are
well, she
told
was
a
a bartender
secret.
at Hooters, so
They hired her.
yeah, yeah, she was a bartender at Hooters. She has no college degree. She's only got her Lakeland Senior High. Is
She's
her
got
only
her.
educational experience.
She's got her assets. That's all she has.
She's going to be the drama queen. She thinks she is all that.
Like
And she
I
said
said,
her parents were the ones that told her she needs to go on the show.
get out of our
So
house.
Get
I
a
think
job.
everyone in the house is going to despise this girl,
Well, I don't know. Some of the young
except
single
the guys,
males.
Well,
maybe.
that,
Yeah,
it didn't mean that they were going to despise everything about her, but
Yeah,
right.
till
like,
she
hey,
opens her
hey,
mouth. So
can you just quit talking?
Yes,
You're ruining the atmosphere.
right. I think she's going to be whiny as well.
yeah, I
I
think
have
she's
a
gonna be a
feeling
drama queen.
Yeah.
she can't keep a secret to save her own life.
Nope.
I believe you're right on that. I think she said she'd only watched like 5 seasons of the show. So depending on what 5 seasons, she said she wasn't going to model her game style after anybody else because that means well she'd have to know what they were doing. And my
Which
head hurt
I
just
think
watching the bio when she said that. I was like, wait, what? Did they just
which
ask you whose game you wanted to play like? And you're like, well, I'd have to know them
my
first.
own.
My head, it hurts. And that's what she said. So
Now,
Oh
I
my
think to
gosh.
me that is I'm gonna tell you I'm not gonna model my style like somebody, but that's exactly what I'm gonna do
oh
in
yeah,
the
she's
worst
the
way possible.
she's the Barbie doll and she's the one that can't keep her mouth shut. And yeah. Um,
But I'm so pretty. You gotta keep me because I'm
Hmm.
pretty.
and
Yep.
she but I think she's completely clueless. So,
Yes.
I mean,
And you
I
watch,
think she'll
she'll
and
be
she's
the
she'll be
smartest
out.
and sweetest out of all of them.
she's
Yeah.
what
Right.
26. So yeah. So I mean
Yeah.
she's got as good a shot as any of them, but I just don't in her introduction, in her bio, and just
Hmm. I
yeah,
was
she
trying to
just
think
kind
because
of
she's originally from Pittsburgh, but that doesn't really tell me much.
it's cold.
I was thinking like maybe she's really
She
pretty
lives
and
in what
everything, but
Miami
maybe
now, right?
yeah.
She moved to the warmest place possible so she can wear as little as possible at all times.
And I guarantee you that's probably about week 2 what's going to start happening with her. So
What do you mean I can't run around the house in my bikini all the time? What do you mean it makes you feel uncomfortable?
yeah,
Why does
yeah.
nobody like me?
Yep, yep. I have a feeling she's going to be the one, and she's going to hang around for a while because she's going to end up being one of their boyfriend or girlfriends, and she's going to hang around for a while. So get used to
Hey,
seeing her.
who knows? She might play the long game and might be somebody's girlfriend too.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's happened before. We had what was her name, Angela, and oh crap, I can't remember. Those two made it to the end, and he cut her. He cut his girlfriend at the end for the girl who won the game. He came in second, uh, and they ended up being a thing after the show. But yeah, he kept her all the way to the end, and then cut
She'll
her.
be
But
like,
she was
yeah,
actually
yeah, I
she was
slept with
actually
Chad
smarter
last
than more
night.
competitive than he was. So
So be like, yeah, I slept with Chad last night, but I'm staying with Priscilla tonight.
I can't say anything negative about that because I'm hoping to meet that house guest on one of my shows this year. So I'm gonna be good. Oh, all right. This lady to me is she gives me some kind of
Lisa
vibe. Lisa, and I don't know how to pronounce that.
Weintraub.
Weintraub.
Okay, she's 33.
Mhm.
She's from LA and she's a celebrity chef. She has plates by Lisa.
Hmm,
Um,
I like the hair.
it seems to be just old fashioned almost by
Yeah.
the hair and the dress.
She's
But
giving me like Avril Lavigne when she turns 50 because of the hair.
okay, okay, maybe. Um, her social media, she doesn't appear to be like running around half naked. So I mean, she appears to be conservative. I don't get any from her
Mm-mm.
bio. She was gonna be the one that we were talking about earlier that did all the cooking and everything. She wants to be that one. I I just don't know that she's gonna stir the tea. You know, I
I
don't get
don't
that from her.
I don't get that feeling either. She kind of just seems like another one of those that like, look, I fully understand this is reality TV, but we're also playing a game and I'm just here to have a good time, whether I win or not. I'm just here to have fun.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't sense she's going to hook up or do anything crazy.
I don't think she will. She's very well traveled. She's really smart.
Yeah, I think she's just
I think
going to
she'll
be.
play well. Um, she could be one to make it to the end, I think.
She could be. Is she? Did we find out anything about? Is she athletic or? I mean,
Um, Not really. She just travels a lot and cooks. She's a personal chef.
Did we
well,
find out to like who, like any celebrity she was a personal chef to?
I wasn't able to find that out.
Hmm.
no.
Said
She says she's a
personal
Intrigued
chef.
celebrity chef.
thinking about it.
So,
Hmm. Yeah.
um, yeah, I get no vibes, good or bad, from her. I don't.
Now I look at her
I
with
don't
the
have an
hair
opinion.
and the way she's dressed. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be me in a couple years.
Yeah,
I'm
I think
past
she's
30,
just
but
going to be
my
kind
hair's
of.
pink. It's fine. Get over it. Suck it up.
Yeah, I think she's just going to be kind of conservative. I don't get
Hmm.
any. I mean, I don't realize. I don't. I don't think she's going to rock the boat.
Mm-mm. I think
I
she'll
mean,
get along with everyone.
Hmm.
yeah, I think she. I think she's going to go far.
But
I mean,
then I
it,
have a
it
feeling she'll make an enemy of somebody because she's friendly with everybody.
that's possible. Or she'll make shrimp and somebody's
Good.
allergic to seafood and damn near kill half the cast. So
Or it'll be like all of the girls are in a room together and one of them really, really hates her for some reason, even though she's not really giving them a reason to hate her. They just hate her. And that person is going to be like talking smack to all the other girls, and they're all just like,
so
we
you've
ain't
already
got no
pictured
beef
that
with Lisa.
Leah's going to attack her. Check. Got it. So
Well, I think what it'll be is Leah thinks she's being smart and she's being stupid, but she's also being stupid about somebody that everybody else likes pretty well. So she's trying to sound smart, but then she just ends up being stupid.
one
It's
feeling I
Leah.
did get about the other girl, Leah, was she doesn't have a college degree and she seemed to be almost like sensitive to that. Like
Oh,
that was just the vibe I got. Like she was, I've never been to college, but I went to high school. So I think she's going to be kind of
well,
defensive about that.
But she doesn't like it being brought up that she didn't go to college, or
That she's going to feel like I don't want to say the victim. That's not the right word, but that,
she's
not as
less
smart as
than.
everybody else.
yeah, she puts herself down easily. I think that may be some problem that she has during the show.
I
Um,
wonder if that'll be pity party though.
could be, could be.
I think it'll probably be pity party so that everybody feels bad for her
Hmm.
Could
when
be.
Yeah.
nobody's going to feel bad for her.
You can go to wrestling school, Leah.
There you go. There you go.
And
You
get
need to go on
yourself
this show,
snapped in half
Amanda.
like a twig.
Oh, Mansky, I believe her name is Mackenzie. Mackenzie, I'm blind.
Hmm.
Mackenzie.
Mansky. Mackenzie.
Membe.
I put an N in front of the K. She is
Now
22 from Houston
this
in
girl, I got some respect for.
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
construction project manager. She graduated from Texas A&M. She played for a Christian college. She's 6'1", 155. She was a middle blocker in volleyball.
Wow.
The Houston Christian Huskies. That was her undergrad before she
Mm.
went to Texas A&M. She does have an engineering degree, so she is pretty smart. She's a smart cookie.
Yes.
But 22 years old, and she's a construction project manager. Well, she's a 22-year-old woman that's a construction project manager.
She's
Yeah,
really smart.
she's very smart.
She's
That's
very
that's
sweet
some
and down to earth. Um, she's really close with her brother, and she's very religious.
She may have
So
an in with
Brooklyn, yeah, I
no.
think they'll be buddies.
So yeah.
and
Well,
I think she'll be very sweet and down to earth too, like very small town girl vibes. But there's going to be somebody that doesn't like her because she's very sweet and also because she's young.
Hmm.
Well, and I think she's going to excel at both the physical parts of the game and the
Yeah.
mental part.
Mhm.
Whereas,
Mhm.
the guys may not excel so far in the mental part. She might, but I think it's going to make her a target too.
I
So
think the guys are going to really like her. She's beautiful.
she is. She is.
She's
I
very
think
pretty.
they might relate more to her with everything she's done. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering if she starts getting male attention, even though it's not necessarily flirtatious or sexual in nature. If she's getting male attention because maybe she's gorgeous and very feminine, but maybe she's got more of a tomboy side to her from she went to school for
Sport.
engineering. She did
Mhm.
sports. She's very tall for a woman, and she does construction. I would
Yeah.
imagine if the guys are giving her attention because she just sees herself as one of the boys, somebody's really going to dislike her for that.
Right.
Talking to you,
Yeah.
Leah.
I think this girl and Hosea are going to go to the end. That's who I
Oh
got.
gosh.
I
Uh,
I
The
hope she
stash.
I hope she pushes Josef off something.
and they may hook
My
up.
my name for him is going to be Josef.
Joseph.
Josef.
Joseph.
I can't wait to see the whole package of Joseph. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I want to see him unwind a bit. So, yeah.
yeah.
And
I want to
does
see the
he
Goodwill
have
shirt come off.
does he have a whole package? We'll see.
We'll
I
see.
don't know. I don't know. I think this young lady's going to go far. I
I do
think she's
too.
going to the end. I think
She's
I
she's
really
got
like
to.
Mackenzie.
yeah, she's definitely in my uh in my top list there for ones to keep
She's
moving
like
on.
the opposite of Leah. Like she's not all about herself,
Well, I was
although
gonna say, and
she's
she's probably very gracious for being there and what she has, and just
yes.
she's not gonna necessarily be one of those that wants to talk all about herself,
Mhm. Yep.
and she wants to get to know people.
Well, I would
That's
like
just
to
the
know,
feeling I get.
just from the athletic side, she was apparently very good in her undergrad school, the Christian school. Why did she not try out for the volleyball team, or why did she not make the team? Was it an injury, or did she choose not to? Or I'd like to know the answer to that.
Yeah, I
It
But
didn't
yeah,
see anything on that.
it
yeah,
might
she
have just
only.
been time for her to move on to something else.
I don't know. Usually, though, I mean, I'm thinking with athletes, they usually get scholarships. So I don't know, but yeah, I think she's going to be both the athletic and the smart one, and I think that's gonna carry her a long ways in the game. The only
Her and
thing
I
that
have
might
the
But
same middle name.
I think
oh,
I think it'll make her some enemies too, though.
that's what I was going to say. Exactly. I think that will make her some enemies.
Mhm.
So, oh, this next one, he's going to be a hot mess.
Oh,
Matt from Logansville, Georgia, currently
Yeah.
lives in
that's
Roswell,
right.
which is north of the city, and he is a Salesforce representative, whatever the hell that means.
He's a tech sales rep.
Tech sales. Yeah.
Oh, well, he's been a high school director at some of the city and county churches here, and he's also been inside and outside director at different ministries here in the area. So, um,
He'll be the
I don't
dude
know.
that like during dinner is gonna try to pull out his dice collections and show people, and everybody's gonna think he's a freak.
Yeah, I
Or
don't know
like
what to think of him.
it'll like come back from commercial, and he's like teaching a group out of a group of them like out on the patio how to play D&D.
So he's really athletic and fit. He was a football player. He loves dogs, and apparently he's really good at speaking in public because whatever kind of tech sales he does, he goes out and speaks to large groups of people about it.
He
Okay.
might be a smooth talker.
He
I
was
think
on
he'll
the
be a real
wings
smooth talker.
team with Red Bull. I don't know what that is. I don't know what the wings to. Is that the parachute
Yeah.
people or something? I don't, because Red Bull does the crazy sports stuff. So
Right.
He
Um,
might have been like, well, he's a tech sales rep, so I wouldn't be surprised if he was maybe on like a marketing sales team
mhm.
or something along the lines of that with them.
I
Yeah.
don't know, but yeah, he's another one that's and he's went to seminary. So
Hmm.
I
I'm
think he's
this.
going to be a troublemaker, though.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna lean on his faith a lot. By the way, he was talking about it
Nah.
in his
He's going to
bio.
be leaning a lot on something farther down.
You
Yeah.
ladies can say that, not me. But
And
yeah,
the
I don't
ladies will
know.
be after him, too.
Yeah, maybe him and Mackenzie.
No,
Oh, I hope not. Come on. Mackenzie can do better than that.
Huh?
he can go have Leah all night every night
Yeah. There you
Uh,
go.
in the Matrix room on the hard bed with no cushion.
yes, yes. Julie Chen has been very specific that that bed is like a coffin. It almost makes me wonder the way she keeps describing it as if you lay in it and it collapses down and it raises up when you go to get out.
That's a good
I don't
point that
know.
I didn't think of. I'm just
She said that
I was
several times.
I was thinking maybe like you can pull up one side of it and you've got to get down in it, or maybe
Yeah,
like the whole thing lifts up and you've got to like lay on the floor and it comes back down on you.
Oh, my
yeah,
gosh.
yeah. It's designed to be mean. So I don't know.
I think though with him, he'll have the looks, but I have a feeling he's going to be arrogant and his mouth is going to get him in
Total
trouble a lot.
jerk. Yeah.
Could be, could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a good feel on him going very far in the game. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
No.
a couple weeks in. But if he's athletic, he might hang on. Quinn, he's 25. He's from Lawton, Oklahoma, originally from Omaha, Nebraska. He's a nurse recruiter, which I find very interesting because he's only got a degree
Well,
in
wait a minute.
journalism, I think. And his only job besides for this has been a lifeguard. So I don't know what to make of this one. How are
I
you a
thought
nurse recruiter if you're not a nurse?
Right.
I thought that that was a woman,
Oh,
or is
Well,
it one of the? Okay.
go ahead.
a
I'll let
lot
you.
of a lot
Okay.
of people have.
Okay. I get it. I get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
There's been some questions as to exactly, but on one of the sites, he did identify as he, him.
Okay.
Yes, he
Okay.
does. And he
So,
played soccer in college, so he's athletic as well.
so
He was on up there on my list too. But the more I hear some of the background on like, well, maybe with the sports and everything, but I see him as maybe being a more shy type.
Mhm.
it's like an outcast to me. Every
Yeah.
picture I've seen of him, whether it's on the Big Brother or somewhere else, he's always wearing just like odd colors or weird off colors or
Yeah,
See,
his only normal picture so far has been his college soccer picture that I've seen.
no.
that's immediately what kind of drew me to him though. Was
It's
like
kind of like that Harry Potter type.
yeah,
I was
like
thinking Janis Joplin.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very Janis Joplin look going on.
Well, I was like, I bet they're quirky.
Mhm.
Um, maybe him and Matt will be like playing D&D together. Um, I get a vibe that he probably really likes to read.
I bet you
Mhm.
he's a chess player. That's the only game in the
Yeah.
house is
Mhm.
chess.
Yeah.
And he was a fan, super fan, I believe. So he's going to be one of these guys, unlike, or as Matt was saying, he doesn't like those people. He's going to be one of these guys that's more analytical about things.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I can see that.
So
And with the soccer background, athletic. Yeah. So he may be a very well-rounded individual on the show.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm wondering if maybe, does it say how tall he is?
I never found it.
I don't
Okay.
have that.
I am making the assumption based on how long it appears their arms are, and just making an assumption that I have a feeling they're probably relatively small. And I'm wondering if they'll be one of those that people immediately look at them and are like, "Oh yeah, they're totally out," but then they make it super far just by being kind of unassuming.
Could be. Well, the guy before Matt, he was the one that was talking about wanting to go to the parental types. That's the ones he wanted to look for.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. Quinn may need a mommy. I don't know. I don't got a feel for him.
Matt's gonna go get him some Angie.
He wishes. I don't think she's gonna budge on that.
She's gonna be like, "Honey, I've got kids older than you."
She may get some tequila in it, and the heels may go up. You never know. Sometimes on the show, you just find out things you don't expect.
She's gonna be drunk as a skunk and being like, "Yeah, you're cute, honey, but you ain't that cute."
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but I've got no feeling on this one, so I'm just gonna pass on him. I don't have a clue. Now, this young lady, Rubina.
Woo, yeah.
She says she's loud. She says she's gonna be the mouth of the house.
She's a Filipina.
Yeah, she's 35.
She's gonna be taking the flip flop off.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Or roller skate. She roller skates.
Yes. Yes, she's got a professional job or whatever you call it. No, I wish she was a roller girl. I could cheer for her more, but I mean, she's in my top 3. But yeah, she's she started as a bartender. She had kind of a little dicey background, so I'm kind of surprised she made the show. But she was a bartender and basically worked her way up, doing everything. And then when COVID happened, she went through some rough times, and she started roller skating for fun. And it ended up being she's a social media influencer through roller skating in her positive story. So
interesting.
She's pretty amazing.
Yeah. She kind of. I'm looking forward to seeing her and how she opens up. Because she's another one that went from nothing. Yeah.
She's not too young, not too old. She's like the perfect age to be on the show.
But I get a vibe from her that she will be the type that when she gets angry, or she's going to be relatively sensitive to things, that she's going to be the type that like anger cries and just completely shuts down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. She's going to be one of the ones that goes into the other room and talks to herself a lot, I bet. Probably very loudly.
She's going to go into the other room, and there's going to be nothing but screaming, but in Spanish.
Yeah. Get out, Leah. So, yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing her. I think she's going to be kind of fun on the show. But yeah, she's either gonna bring the drama and the hotness and the loudness, or she's gonna be quiet and reserved. I don't. She's gonna be hot or cold.
Well, I think she'll either be like drama queen going full nuts, or I don't think necessarily she would be the type to be like quiet and reserved. But I think she's going to be the type that as soon as anybody tries to start crap with her or start crap with people that she's close to, she's going to lose her effing mind.
Mm-hmm. I have a lot of Filipino friends, and they are not quiet people.
I can see her getting into a friendship with Angela.
I
Yeah.
was I was almost wondering if maybe she likes older men. Maybe she's gonna go after Kenny.
Kenny's married.
Oh,
So,
that
so
doesn't mean she can't try.
Maybe
yeah,
Brooklyn,
we got
you
90
know,
days.
with
Yeah.
with her background and everything, her rough background, she may lean toward Brooklyn.
Okay. Here's my
Hmm.
thing. Besties group, her, Brooklyn, and Mackenzie.
Well, now, see, the show has a history of girls will go into a room and they'll form this all girls alliance. And then there's that one that can't keep a secret and goes running to the other group and tells them
Yeah,
everything.
Leah, we know.
Yeah, it'll be her. And then there's the other that's secretly sleeping with them and tells the other group. And
Yeah,
so the
that's
girls
still
group
gonna be
can
Leah.
never the girls group never has stuck together in throughout the entire history of the game. They
I
always
think
have one that's a defect and they don't catch it. We're on the outside going, pay attention. No, they don't see it in the house.
I think Leah will either be right in the middle or be right outside of hearing something, and she goes to try to tell one of the guys so she can screw him.
I can see it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Rubina may be friends with our next person on the list.
Yes, Takor, I believe is how you
Hmm.
pronounce it. She's from Hotlanta. She owns a crochet business. Apparently, I don't know anything about crochet, but apparently she's quite good at it.
I think she's
Um,
probably wearing one of her pieces there.
She
I'd
is,
say,
yes.
I'd say we're probably going to see throughout the show a lot of her pieces.
I would think so.
And apparently, she made a piece for Michelle Obama, so she's had
Oh,
some influence with Hollywood. So,
She
she'll
takes
be
custom orders. She's amazing.
she'll be sitting on the end of the couch away from everybody while they're arguing, and her glasses are just gonna be down here while she's ain't got time for none
Right?
of this.
when
I
I
know I'm
was going
waiting
to
to
Y'all
ask,
see
shut
if she
up. Let me
crochets on the show.
concentrate.
Yes.
no, she won't be able to on the show.
She won't?
No, they won't allow that
Okay.
on the show. So I got a question, and this is going to sound horrible. Does she have a speech impediment, or is that her accent?
I think it's just her accent.
Because
I'm not sure.
I can't figure out the way she pronounces certain words.
Hmm.
If maybe she has a hearing problem, or she's got a speech
Maybe.
impediment, or it's just her northern accent.
Well, she's originally from Chicago, so it's
Hmm.
entirely possible.
I thought this wasn't this one that was from Chicago via London or
London.
something.
Yeah.
So I don't.
But it could be one of those situations she might have a bit of a speech impediment, or it also depends on where her family's from.
It could just be her accent, but she was so hard to me to understand certain words. I had to go back and listen twice. She's one up for a showmance, so she's looking for a fella on the show.
She can have
Ooh,
I think
Cedric.
no, I think her and Cam would be cute together.
Cam.
I think Cedric's going to be a little bit too young for her.
Yeah. She has her own business and everything. So,
Well,
At
they're
23,
close in
she's
age, so but I still think she's
mhm.
going to be but she's a businesswoman, she is a boss babe.
Mhm.
So I think she probably has a pretty chill attitude, and I kind of think Cam will too.
Mhm.
And I think they'll probably connect over that.
Are those earrings also crocheted?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Now that you zoom in, it looks like there might be a shape that is wrapped in
Yeah.
um
Yeah, so she may make all
in
kinds of
Looks
things. So I
the
like
think
it.
she's going to be one to watch.
Mhm.
At
Yeah.
23 and got a successful business, and from what it looks like, she's done quite well with it.
Yeah.
I never knew that was a thing, but apparently it is.
well,
Maybe
and
she will make maybe she'll
small
make some
businesses grew a lot during COVID, so
they did. Maybe she'll make what do they call them, banana hammocks for Joseph. So I can see him being the one that comes out with the Speedo.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I feel like he would purposely come out in like a Borat Speedo.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Thong
Yeah.
and all.
Yes.
yeah.
And like I said, you watch, he's gonna be ridiculously hairy. So
Oh gosh.
his legs are gonna be atrocious. And people are gonna be like, it's not even the Speedo, man. Speedo's pretty bad, but it's not even that. That's
Oh, I
Bigfoot.
can't wait to see
That is
this.
Bigfoot.
I'm looking forward to.
We
Yeah,
found him.
exactly. Oh, this guy, man.
He's a little
Oh
cutie.
gosh.
Well, he's had a checkered past, and he has a brother that's not a twin, but looks pretty darn close to him. So I'm wondering if maybe
is
they might try and pull some twin twist off in this.
ah, that's an
That was just
interesting
a thought.
idea.
But he
So
says he's a marketing and sales executive, which is complete crap because he's not.
that's that is Takor number 2.
Right.
Well, maybe he's a marketing and sales executive of himself.
It's he's self-employed, but he's a marketing and sales executive.
Yeah. He's advertised around the world, walked runways. He's been in 2 B-roll movies. He likes to do underwear commercials. So
Yeah, I'll do the research.
it's not going to be
I
hard
can
to
send
do.
you the link for that.
They're out
If
there. So
yeah, if he grew some facial hair, I think it'd be a little bit better.
no, I think he's got that tough guy chin, that James Dean kind of look.
Uh-huh. And
Yeah.
Cheyenne, wait till you see the smoldering pictures.
Oh, okay. Don't tempt
Yeah.
me with a good time.
They said you
But
don't
I
have to
don't know.
look
I
hard
think
for
it's
him.
the shirt that kind of throws it off to me. And maybe it's the arms crossed. Like if he went to the gym a little bit more often, I think he'd be good. Like pump up them arms, buddy.
Wait to see the pictures.
Yeah, you got to go see
Did you
these
send it
pictures.
already?
I think he's going to be the male version of Leah. I think he's going to be really full of himself.
Oh, he's gonna be a
Yes.
man whore.
Yeah,
Yes. He
yeah.
says he's not going to have a showman's, but if it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see him and Leah hooking up real quick.
Yeah. He apparently lived with his mom and dad and 2 older brothers. Went to high school. Was a big sports guy. This is from captioned his bio. He's a big sports guy. He played football, wrestled, competed. His whole family competed. He went to college for wrestling, but got injured and didn't continue college wrestling. And then at some point in time, his dad came out as gay, broke up the family, and there's a story in here about a candy store and a recruiter, and next thing you know, he's modeling underwear. I'm not really sure where it went. I kind of.
All right.
He also does art.
He does.
Oh,
He
Hmm.
does.
oh my.
Very interesting art. Oh, did you find that
Oh,
smolder underwear pic?
oh, oh goodness. Oh
Yeah,
my.
he's gonna be wearing the Speedo. Joseph
Oh,
is gonna wear one just to
is he
spite him.
is he wearing one of Takor's crocheted tops?
I don't know.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord,
yeah.
Lord help me.
He's gonna be the one. I think that
He's
is the one
something.
that the ladies are gonna follow straight down the path. I can
Did
see him
you
making it
are you
all
on
the way to the end.
Is he? I
Cheyenne?
think he's married.
December 8th, 2022. Did you get to that one yet?
She's got to mark my date.
No, I'm still in April. I think he's married.
Oh, is he really?
They're from April 8th. There
Oh,
are
yes.
wedding pictures of him, and he is
Uh-huh.
looking fine.
Is it sure it's
Yep.
not his brother?
No, it's wedding pictures, November 29th, 2022.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a telling tale here for a man. Where's his ring hand? It's hidden in the picture.
Is it?
Oh,
I
hold
think
on.
it's just pictures. I think it's just like a model shoot.
Well, I thought about that, but it says with our gorgeous bride and groom. Oh, he does not have a ring on his finger in these, so
No, I
you
think
could
it's
very
just
well.
modeling. Yeah.
Ooh, Lord help me.
I don't know.
You're
It
going to
says
be
wedding
Oh my
shoot.
researching.
God. Oh dear God.
Yeah,
You
did you
indeed.
get to that December 22nd one?
No, I'm in February.
Oh,
Whew,
Mr. February. Look
I
at
need a
this.
break. Time out.
Getting really hot in here.
Oh,
Uh,
oh my goodness.
Getting
He
hot
needs to
in
like.
here.
I feel like he could be in True Blood.
Right.
Oh,
Just go for it right there. Just
yep. Okay, now what date was it? December what?
December 22nd,
Oh
2022.
Lord, I skipped it.
Oh no, how did you skip that?
It doesn't. Hold on. Maybe this is just a page dedicated to pictures of him.
Oh, okay. I mean, I
Yeah,
can understand that.
it didn't take me to his. Okay, here we go. Maybe. No, that's December 9th, and it goes straight from December 9th to January 3rd.
Okay. Let's see.
send her the link, Amanda.
Yeah,
Whew.
we
That
got
is
this.
that is a that is a specimen.
See, this is
Probably
what's wrong with this world. As a man, I can't say that about Leah. I can't say that. They'll be like, "Oh, you're misgynecological," or whatever, however the hell
oh
you say
here.
that word.
This
So,
oh, I've gotta send y'all this one. It's from you said 2022, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I was still in 2023. There's one here. There's one here of him on a bicycle, and it looks like he's wearing a leotard.
Uh,
yeah, he's gonna be the guy. He's gonna. I guarantee you, as soon as they say you can take your shirt off, he's gonna be the one.
Please.
Oh yeah,
Please tell me.
As soon as they
definitely.
say you can take your pants off, he's gonna be the one. Joseph's
Yes,
gonna
Yeah.
be like, "Oh, I'm right behind you."
Oh yeah.
okay, so I'm back in December of 2022, and it goes from 13 to December 24th.
I just sent you the
Oh
picture.
my God.
Yeah.
I have to look at it because I can't bring it up on the screen while we're watching. So.
Yeah, you don't want to show everybody that.
No, everybody wants to see that.
I
But
probably
I
don't. I'll be
wonder though.
honest.
I think that's an AI picture of him though, because if you scroll through all the pictures, and it
Hmm.
says, "Well, jump on this train with everybody. Let me know what you think." So I don't think that's actually him. I wish it was,
All the
but I
other
think that's an
pictures.
AI picture of him.
Oh, it could be because his abs are very pronounced in this one that I sent you.
Whew.
They aren't quite that
That's a
pronounced in the
He's
others.
gonna be an interesting character for the show.
oh, sorry.
Yeah, I think you got a little drool there, Cheyenne.
Yep.
Right?
Sorry, my mouth was getting a little dry.
Oh goodness. I hope he's a great person and
I
not
hope he
arrogant.
doesn't just have change rattling around up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
he
do
seems
too.
to have done well for himself, so hopefully he has some sense about him.
Yeah, he's got a Boss Brooklyn accent, which is really weird. So
Oh yeah.
I can't wait to hear him in a regular long conversation and figure out how that works out, because you can tell there's Boston in there, and then you get the Brooklyn too, and it's so confusing. So
Get him into core together and see if we can figure out what they're saying.
holy cow! Now that she might be the one following him around. So
Right.
Let me see that ass. Let me see that ass.
Let me say, I can make something for that.
Well, shoot, at the beginning of his pictures, he's wearing a crochet top. So she's like, "You need something to go with that. I can help you out.
Right.
Here's my number."
She can help him out all night long.
Yeah. I have a feeling that him and Mackenzie may make it to the end. Maybe, I don't know. Chelsea could be.
I hope Mackenzie's smarter than that.
I don't know.
I
Brooklyn
think
may
she's
fall
smart
for
enough
it.
to make it
He's
to the
married.
end.
Now, to make it to the end, yes, but not to make it to the end with him. And I think
Right.
Mackenzie's going to say he's too old. Because she's 22 and he's 30.
Maybe
Yeah,
Lisa.
Mackenzie has a bright future.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Lisa. She's
Lisa,
already. I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
have a feeling that Lisa's not his type.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
She's kind of hippie-ish, maybe.
Yeah. He's going to
Kind
be
of
looking for
Leah,
Leah and Leah
Yeah.
and
Mackenzie. I don't think Mackenzie will fall for it though.
no. She's going to be
No.
like, no.
It's going to be some weird dynamic though, where it's maybe him and Lisa, or him and Rubina, and everybody else is jealous.
Yeah.
Hey, we're in 2024. It could be him and Quinn.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you never know.
Don't know what their
Oh,
preference is.
I could see it.
I don't know. I think it's going to be an interesting show either way. I'm looking forward to it. It starts. Rumor is they're in the house already, so it'll be a 90-day season. So that would put them in the house tonight. Move in starts tomorrow night, which we're live doing the paranormal guys. So make sure to record it so we can go back and tape delay it, and then we'll go live Thursday, right after the live show with Big Bro. It's not live, but taped live, I guess. I don't know how they're going to do it. So we'll go live Thursday.
Show.
Yeah, we'll go live Thursday right after it to cover both Wednesday and Thursday. So, and I'm going to watch Entertainment Tonight to figure out if there's still anything with them. Because I don't think that has the thing to do with the show, but it is interesting that they did that. So, but I think it just broke the internet because of who put the video out there. I don't think CBS would allow the video if it had any bearing on the actual show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And then
but
they had
that's
to
just
get
me.
they had to hurry up and get Selena and her twerking ass out of there and clean up the floor before they had everybody moving in tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. Starts tomorrow night, 9:00 Paramount Plus to watch it on. Watch the live feeds starting Thursday night at midnight, Friday morning. So it'll be a long weekend for me.
I'm wondering if they will, like, for the streaming services like that, if they will actually put it out live like that. Because a lot of the time with shows like that, they'll put it out the next day going into, like, if it was supposed to be live tomorrow, then, like, say first thing in the morning, you'll be able to look at it, or the first thing in the morning, Thursday morning.
Well, historically, if they keep like they did in the past, as soon as California's had time to see the show, it'll pop up live. So we'll see them at 9:00 their time Thursday night. So we'll have already missed potentially today, tomorrow, and the next day.
I'll have to
They move them all in at once.
I have to keep an eye out on Paramount and see what their plans are.
Yeah, they should put up a countdown timer at some point. It may already be up. I haven't looked yet. So, but yeah, so that's the plans. So we will go live after the Thursday night show to talk about, well, we thought we were going to like this person. Now we end up we don't. That happens all the time. I know
Oh,
I'm
God.
going to eat my words when I say I'm Joseph all the way. I know I'm going to eat the words, but I got to go for the stash. So I got to do it. So,
Yeah. I'm just calling him the stash.
you know,
Hostess?
and I'm not convinced he's not a porn star. So
And his video store.
I'm not convinced what he really does. So I don't know. I'm curious to see how that all plays out. As always.
Mhm.
So they're locked up in the house for 90 days. Last one out gets $750,000. They make if they make it to jury. Well, every week they make like $1,500. I think that's the union fee. And if they make it to what they call jury, they just go to another house and have all the fun, all the free food, all the free liquor, and they're not on the camera. So then that's free pay for them. But the jury members are also the ones that vote because you kicked them out. So the goal is to make jury first, and then after that, the goal is to win the game. So we'll see. I'm excited. It's going to be a great season. I have no idea what the 17th player is going to be. I don't know. It's going to be AI's going to throw a curve in there somehow, I'm sure. So we'll
Maybe the
see.
17th is Joseph's mustache.
It's just going to be like,
Well, no, the character in the video where they were dumping the candy in, the 17th person was an actual person dumping candy.
Yeah.
I think. I think. I
You
mean, I
think?
guess it could have been
Yeah.
CGI. I don't know. I'm not
Could
the
have
brightest
been.
bulb. And I
Be
wonder
both.
if there had anything to do. Did you all saw that video where they were dumping the candy? I'm going to bring this. I wonder if the different candy had any symbolism to it. Like if they got to pick the candy or
I don't know.
because which one of them brought what is that old red fish one?
Swedish fish.
Sweetest fish. I
Swedish
was like,
fish,
oh yeah, who has that one? I wonder if it has any bearing on anything.
Well,
Maybe it came from Hawaii.
something on here to note that's on Paramount Plus. It's saying on Thursday that there is a two-part, or no, by part two. My dyslexia kicked in there. I was like, wait a second.
Okay, well, we know we have a show tomorrow night. Amanda, your friend, the psychic, and then there's an author afterwards. So we got that tomorrow night. Of course, let's see. Thursday, I'm live on the Thin Line Rock Station from noon to 1400 or 2 o'clock. And then watch Big Brother. Come on, do that show. I got Friday night flashbacks that I got to do. And then we got the Misfits. I'm not sure what we're going to do. So I'll have to figure that out. So I think we're going to be down a crew member because somebody's not feeling well. So we'll have to see.
Hey, I've got plenty of
What do you
plenty of tarot cards to go through.
Oh my gosh.
Well, sometime between now and Thursday night, you sit down and do it for the players and see if you come up with anything, and we'll compare it at the end of the season.
I'll compare it to the what order they were all put in.
Yeah, yeah.
2, 3,
So
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
good Lord, how many do you got?
So I think I might actually have enough for each player to be able to just pick,
Oh my
shuffle them and pick.
gosh. That's crazy.
Well, I don't know anything
So we'll
about
see.
that stuff. So you'll have to school me.
I'll have
So
to find mine. I have really cool oracle cards and they're Halloween.
Yeah, I've got Moonology Oracle cards, and I've got Classic Tarot. This is Romance Angels Oracle cards, but I've got Wild Unknown Archetypes. But I've got a really pretty like gold. They're the type like you could get them wet and it wouldn't ruin them. but they're
Oh,
gold
yeah.
and they're gorgeous.
Oh, nice. Sounds pretty.
Cool. Well, because we don't get Facebook groups, we're going to have to really advertise the shows. So I think
Please
that's why our
share,
viewer count
share.
will. I think that's why our viewer count is going to be down for a little while. And then supposedly at the first of the month, we're going to not be able to stream on Twitter. Everybody wants money. So they don't realize that I don't make any money. I spend money on this. So, all right. Well, ladies, Amanda, you're coming on Wednesday night, right?
I'll be here.
Yeah, I know Cheyenne is. So, all right. So it'll be us three, and B Dizzle's on vacation. I haven't seen his Speedo picture yet, but it's probably in the group chat.
Old man, but he's not.
Yeah, it'll be just the three of us, I guess. I'm looking forward to that. And I guess Thursday night show. So, everybody, I appreciate it. Have a good night. And remember, you can always call us at 888-88-YERGZ when we're live.
Remember,
You will see you.
he is always watching. I said,
Big
remember,
Brother's always
he is
watching.
always watching.
He's always watching. We'll see you soon.
Bye.